everyone, my name is Julie Mochin. I'm here to give you the first tutorial on our new guided paperwork solution that our fabulous client services team has brought to you. And the goal here is to make it easier for you to do paperwork so that you can go and enjoy the things that you want to do in life and avoid NIGOs. GPS will make your lives easier and the lives of your clients easier. Therefore, I think you're going to like it. So today we're going to do a quick tutorial on how to do a client service request, and then we'll have more tutorials coming up on how to open an account, etc. If you're on the TPFG website, which is just tpfg.com, you can go to resources and then go to GPS. Any of the updates, all of the videos, anything new that's happening with GPS, we're going to have it here, and it'll be in our newsletters as well. Okay, the first thing you want to do is log in. And if you don't know how to do it, I'm going to show you. TPFG login. Now, when you enter your password, you're going to get an email verification sent to you for security. And I would suggest you look in your junk box because that's where mine goes. So once you found the no reply at orionadvisor.com in your either your junk, email, spam, whatever you call it, give it a minute, just cut and paste that code that they give you right here. Boom, and then let's go. So once you're logged into your TPFG dashboard, let's go over here on the left-hand side at the tippity top. Click on all applications if it's not already open. So then scoot down to this cute little GPS icon of a lighthouse. TPFG GPS is where we're going. Before we go there, let me just remind you that you have Pacific Financial Group nautical icon here to get to our resource center, which is all of our marketing materials and additional onboarding things. And then Risk Pro is here. If you didn't know that Risk Pro is available to you, it is. It's really great. I use it all the time personally, and I love it. It's easy to use and it's amazing. So if you'd like to use Risk Pro, that's where you go. It has a whole walk me program that you can click on it and it'll take you through everything. There's also videos about Risk Pro as well. Risk Pro is an algorithm that measures volatility going forward, and the math actually works. Imagine that in these times. All right, here we go. TPFG GPS. Today we are going to not do a new account. We'll do that next time. Today we're just going to do a service request because let's say you need something done and you don't want to pick up the phone and don't want to do an email and you don't want to fill out a form. You can just click on service request. Keep in mind that our client services team is still available for you if you're not comfortable, and it's going to take you maybe one or two times maybe to get comfortable with this. And once you are, you probably won't need to reach out for what we're going to make available digitally. It's just going to be second nature. Let's go next. Select the signer, meaning the advisor that's signing the forms. And it's probably you, but if you're an assistant doing this, do it for whomever is signing. And if there are shared rep IDs and you don't see one here, just contact us and we'll get it taken care of for you. Once you do that, everything should load. And once it does, we're going to hit next. Please select the client for the service request. This is when you are going to scroll through for some of you, a bazillion people and get to where you want to go. Today, we're going to go to our sample test. Who would name their kids sample test? And then we get to the service request selection page. And this is where you want to remember if you have a limited power of attorney or an LPOA on file. If you do, things get really fast. And if you don't, maybe you want to get it signed. Select the account and service request type. This is where if you have a client that has several accounts, you want to make sure you're doing whatever you're doing in the correct account. So double check yourself. Measure twice, cut once. So here we get to the screen where we're going to select what we want the service to be. There are a lot of things that you can do, but today we're going to do an investment election change. Is this a self-directed brokerage account? Well, yes, it is. If you need to add another account, so let's say that your client has a 401A and a 403B, and you're making the changes in both of their accounts, you would add that additional account here with the add button. If you're just doing it with one account, what you're going to do is just come down here and hit next. At this point, we're at the investment election change details. And if you have special instructions for your client service representative here at TPFG, just type it in here. It'll just make life easier for everyone. Hit next. So the next thing is the Risk Pro questionnaire. If you're using Risk Pro, submit the proposal, because the more compliant you can be, the better your life is going to be, right? But you don't want compliance to slow you down. We're making it easy by saying, hey, did you do a Risk Pro proposal? If you did, upload it here. Do you want to create a new risk profile? I'm just going to say no, because I'm going to get us through this a little quicker, but you can do that as well. We're going to scoot along here to next. So we're at the point where we're going to select the model portfolio that we're changing into. So remember, we're doing an investment election change. And let's say that your client was in a Target Plus conservative and they decided they needed to be more aggressive. And just for the purpose of this tutorial, this is not investment advice. We're going to change it to a multi-plus moderate growth. Click next. This is where I want you to go through everything and make sure it's accurate. Make sure you're in the right account. Make sure that you're doing an investment election change, right? Just double check. You're doing a new portfolio for your client and you had it in a Target Plus conservative and you're changing it to a moderate growth. You have a chance to change this here. If you're like, ooh, I screwed that up. There's a chance to change everything, right? You see these little change buttons? Let's say you picked the wrong portfolio or the wrong account. Just hit change. You don't have to start from the beginning, which is super nice. If you found that you did the right thing that you wanted to do, hit next. Okay, here's the finish line. If you do have an LPOA on file with us, you can send straight to DocuSign. If you don't have a limited power of attorney on file with us, you'll probably just see the send to client. But if you do, you're going to be able to send it right to DocuSign. Once it goes to DocuSign, that means we take it, and let me set the expectations for you for our client services team. You've gone through everything. You've done it the way you intended to for your client. And then upon envelope completion, client services case is created, and they're super fast at turning those around. Depending on the time of day, it could be same day. Keep in mind, a lot of our client services team are on the West Coast. If you're an East Coaster, that could make a difference, but most requests are processed same day and confirmation emails go out. We really appreciate your business. We value you, and we know that you value your clients, because that's the ecosystem we live in. We want to swim with the current, and GPS is going to allow you to do that more easily. All right, so that's it. Have a great day and see you on the next tutorial.